Assalamu alaikum, everybody. Welcome to the first podcast of the new season.
Summerball 25, the draft. So welcome everyone. First things first, we have a few announcements, so please listen to them carefully. There's a lot of them for week one. Hopefully less and less as we move forward. So first things first, Palestine. Palestine and our Muslim brothers and sisters around the world. Again, we dedicate our season to Palestine. This is maybe our fourth, maybe fifth season. Dedicating a season to them. So it's been years. Let's keep them in our dua and be generous. Donate however you can. If you need a source, reach out to us. We'll help you if you're looking for somewhere to donate. Week one, games were great. Alhamdulillah, most of them. Had a lot of fun. It was great to see everyone again. Nothing like MB vibes. But a few announcements regarding that. Don't forget Salah. Salah will happen after the first game, right?
Yeah.
It's after the first game.
30 game.
Yeah, so that's gonna be gonna happen in congregation. So if you're planning on praying, whatever, just wait for that. You get more edges that way, and we'll pray together, hold the balls, and let's be organized.
If you see the people praying, don't warm up.
Yeah,
I promise you're gonna start missing in games.
And then for the end of the games, let's make sure we clean. There are a lot of bottles left over. A lot of people were scrambling to clean and help at the end. But let's clean after ourselves, be responsible, and get ready to leave because there are people working there. Let's not disrespect their time. Regarding jerseys and jersey penalties, if you're ordering today or this week, jerseys should be there for week two, and we're gonna enforce jersey penalties. So knowing that, do whatever you can. If you're trading with people, use the player chat to trade with people if you need to. If you have duplicate jerseys, whatever the case may be, hit up your captain to help you. Make sure at the end of the day that you inform us of the changes as soon as you can for this week. Continue to check the website to make sure that all the information is accurate, so we could have everything updated and we could avoid as many jersey penalties as possible going into week two. And next, I want to apologize for the issues regarding scheduling that we had week one and we're going to have for week two. The court itself had double booked, unfortunately, so we had to move two games, from one game from this coming Wednesday and one game from this last Wednesday to this Monday. And those games are confirmed, alhamdulillah, at the Elmwood Park Recreational Center in Elmwood Park. 500 Dola Boulevard is the address. Game 1 will be at 7 p.m., Bir Sabah versus Nazareth. Game 2 will be at 8 p.m., Baysan versus Jerusalem. So we look forward to seeing you guys there. Inshallah, I play. And just a few other announcements. 3 games for eligibility. So as long as you play 3 games, you'll be eligible for playoffs. 4 techs, if you accumulate 4 techs on the season, you will be suspended for the rest of the season. And a couple more. Don't text any commissioners or staff members, please, regarding MB. Email northnewjersey@muslimbasketball.org. northnj@muslimbasketball.org.
Everyone should have that bookmarked.
Please. And lastly, June 16th is the final day for trades, transactions, things of that sort.
What week is that?
So that's week 3 going into week 4. That's Monday, 8 p.m. going into week 4. Every transaction needs to be submitted by Monday, 8 p.m.
3.5 weeks to make a trade?
Yeah. Make any in all trades.
So is that lower than usual, or is that the norm?
It's 40% of the
3
season.
or 4. Yeah, it would have been 4 if it was 10 games.
Yeah,
since it's 9 games, it's 3.
And that's it for the announcements. We could hop into week 1.
Yeah, real quick. I almost said 500 Dola Boulevard. It's 500 Mola Boulevard.
Mola. Is it Mola? Okay, Mola.
It actually used to be just called Boulevard. No, I'm serious. And then their mayor died, and they named it Mola
After him. We're gonna send the address in the chats anyway. So.
First game was Jerusalem versus Safed.
Just say the team captains. Bro.
It's Sufian's team versus Hossam's team. I'm gonna be honest. Based off first look, I thought these were the worst 2 teams in the league. No Zayn obviously with Jerusalem, so you can't judge them too hard. But it was the first game, so they were all feeling each other out. But Jerusalem definitely has more talent than Safed. It's just I don't really know how to explain it.
Going into it, we thought Jerusalem had a lot of talent, just would it all mesh? It's one of those situations, and knowing the personalities could take some time for them to mesh.
It's just okay, with Zayn playing, it's gonna be Zayn, Jake, and Mohamed as the 3 forwards, and then Sindri and Matic Zubi.
Yeah.
Mohamed, Deeb, Jake, and Zayn all want to do the same exact things. Yep. So they're just gonna be guarding each other the whole game. So I don't know how that's gonna get figured out. If anything, I feel I don't want to say Zayn not being there maybe made it a little bit easier, but now they when Zayn wasn't there, they had like defined roles. With Zayn, I don't know what's gonna happen. Like maybe if Zayn plays point guard somehow, it could work. But,
You know, Zayn tries to be player coach, so maybe it works.
but I mean, they were competing, and then Jay got into foul trouble early, and then he had to sit out for like 10, 12 minutes, and that's kind of when Suffolk pulled away. But Saleh also came late. He came like 5 or 10 minutes left in the first half, and then once he subbed in, he did what Saleh does: 8, 10 points, good rebounding, good defense, all that. Shazib was relatively quiet, 4 for 9, 9 points, but like I know he was just feeling everybody out.
First game.
Mazam Afzal was the best player on the court. 7 for 13, 19 points, 6 rebounds. Very, very nice like debut or return from the last 2 seasons.
I had my eye on him going into the draft and out of the draft. I was just shocked how early he went. I thought maybe I could snag him later as a sleeper. I expect him to do things like this. I don't know if he'll be able to keep it up or stay as consistent, but I think he's a really good big.
Yeah. Just because we didn't do a preseason pod, we're just critiquing the teams a little bit more.
Yeah.
Obviously, like the glaring issue is that Suffolk doesn't have another guard other than Shazib. So like if they play better teams and people decide to double Shazib, we have no idea who else can create for their team. That is the glaring issue. So if Hossam does make a trade and somehow gets another guard with Shazib, with Mazam and with Ra'id, they have a pretty solid 4 to 5, and then after that, I think they could somewhat they could start to gel and start to be a better team. Hossam, anything to add, brother?
Bro, it was snooze fest. I couldn't watch it. Bro.
The next game was Ariha versus Janine. So like usually, which is Kareem Mazarka and Ahmad Mustafa versus Fursan Abbasi. Usually, Ali Hassan comes to the first 2 games, like gives you hope, and then after that disappears.
Yeah.
But now Ali Hassan just disappeared right away.
Maybe
Which
it's better.
was nice,
Maybe it's a good omen, Yani.
Yeah, maybe he
After-
looked at his roster. He was like, "There's no Afghans. Like, I'm just not coming." I don't know, because I was standing there and I just saw Ahmad Qasim walk into the gym, and I was like, "Bro, I could swear this guy's name is not on the draft." So like,
Who got
where did he come from?
Who got Qasim?
But,
Yeah, they were missing. They were missing Ammar Mustafa, Ali Hassan, and who was the last person they were missing?
Yazan AbdulKareem.
Yazan AbdulKareem. Yes.
Honestly, they were getting killed from the start of the game. Like it was relatively like a 8 to 12 point lead from the beginning. Ariha looked pretty good. I mean, they were moving the ball really well. Mudge came out really hot. He hit 2 threes.
Yeah.
He had a couple layups. Got to the line. Big O looked really good. Nick got in fast break. Had a couple layups. Fursan looked good. They were moving the ball.
When Nick was playing, he had like a couple fast break layups, like just in transition, and I just looked at it. I'm like, damn.
Did you guys see the play where he nutmegged Koyas? He grabbed it off the rebound and he put it between Koyas' leg on the
I'm
fast
so
break.
stuck at looking at the camera that I don't see all the little details. Definitely caught it though.
He nutmegged Koyas and they kicked it out to the corner. I forget who shot it and he missed. And he's like, he sold my clip. He sold my clip.
Freaking Nick, man.
But
They didn't shoot that well overall, Ariha, but they had a lot of people contribute.
neither team shot overall, but simply like Ariha is a pretty smart team. They've all played together before. They all are just like smart minds. They all know how to play. They all know their roles. And Sejan was a really nice pickup as a free agent rookie of the year.
Actually.
Yeah.
10 points, 4 for 6. And to be honest, when I was watching, I felt like he played better. Like he was imposing his will. He had a
And 4
couple nice
steals.
layups. Like they're a big team too.
Yeah.
Like Sejan's like 6'3", Big O's 6'2", Nick is 6'5". Like, and Splash was great with 9 assists, 5 rebounds. It was a good team performance. Like for the first week, for you to have that much chemistry and for you to move the ball that much, it was really, really nice to watch.
Yeah, I was worried. I was like, when I saw the box score, I was like, maybe this team can't shoot threes, but they have all the personnel to shoot the threes. So like, I think they'll just see better days in terms of that.
I think like it's gonna be very reliant on like when in a tight game. Like I don't know if Mudge or Nick or who's gonna be the main guy, but that's what I'm interested to see. Like who's gonna be the main guy, who's gonna be able to break someone down and actually score like when the game is close.
Nah, I'd expect it to be much.
Yeah, Janine, I can't really like judge you guys.
I was impressed by
Koya's played
the
great.
3-point shooting ability trying to come back. They were hitting. It just wasn't enough. Like,
Koya
they
was
shot
really
44%
good.
of the team.
16, 8 and 5, 7 for 12. Anas Najib, 4 for 13, 10 points. Obviously, we expect a little bit more from him.
I think he's gonna ramp up as the season goes on.
Malik Abu Nasser came out, hit 2 threes. Very,
Their
very
team seems
nice.
pretty good, talent-wise, yeah.
Yeah,
On
it
paper,
is.
like their first 3, Anas Najib, Ali Hassan, and Koyas can compete with anybody in the league. And their big man is Yazan.
Yeah,
Not bad.
yeah, you could think about it that way too. They're missing their best player, Nani Hassan, and
they're big.
AbdulKareem, and they're playing a huge team. So
Like I expect Janine to be in the top 8, top 7, bracket.
it's hard to judge them without seeing their team at full strength.
Yeah.
All right.
Deir al-Balah versus Yafa, which is Elias's team versus Amir Charkis's team.
Yeah.
Amir Charkis just shouldn't have came. If he was just going to shoot 3 for 15, 1 for 10. Okay.
No, this is
No.
wow.
Amir,
Wow.
he should have just stayed on the train.
No, this
Like,
is very
I'm gonna be
impressive.
honest,
This
yeah.
is very impressive. I think
And-
he takes the bus actually.
Whatever he
Can you
took.
please just
And then Gub, wow, just jab for jab.
wow,
yo.
upstate.
3 for 14, 1 for 7 from
You
3.
ripped it, bro. You ripped it.
But then after the game, Gub is gonna hit you with, I was just trying to find my position and we were.
No, Mito Zubi killed it too. 4 for 11, 12 points. And Dad had it.
That's the best shooting percentage on the team.
This is so bad, bro. What the hell is this?
Okay,
Did they have more than 8 players, or is that 8 players?
No, that's their 8. 6, 7.
It's 8.
That's 8.
Jesus.
The only team that's
And
gonna
then,
show more than 8.
bro, what the hell? Insurance salesman 0 for 2, 0 for 1.
I've never seen him go 0% in my life.
But he only took 2 shots.
I don't know, bro.
Yeah. The issue with this team was always going to be, when you looked at the roster, you were like, all right, Amir could score, but, who else can score? Because this is a lot of pressure on Amir to consistently have, 15 to 20 points. So you'd expect Deep to, be a little bit more aggressive. You'd obviously expect Adam to take more than 2 shots. You need him to take at least, 8 to 10 shots. You need him to be in that 8 to 12 range. Gov is a very good player, but he's not a very good 3-point shooter. So 1 for 7, we should probably chop that down to 3 to 4 attempts.
That's pushing it too.
The way I'm looking at this team right now, really studying the roster, I feel like if you just take out Amir, do everything in your power to stop Amir, you win the game.
The only glimpse of hope I saw was Mito actually played relatively well. He was aggressive. He was trying to find his shot. He got to the line a couple of times, and they're gonna need that from him. They're gonna need someone to step up and be the secondary scorer.
Yeah. But we haven't seen that from anyone consistently as someone that can just break you down and play and go to the basket.
Yeah, I don't know, bro.
Yeah, this team, I think this was the biggest blowout of the week,
Got
right?
fried.
Yeah, this is. But see, this is if you put Mana a plate of cookies, this is his dream right here.
I guess,
we have no big man.
You know what's crazy? Amir, Adam, and Deep all played the night before with Mana all on the same team. Next night they're playing separate.
They lost that one though.
Yeah.
No, but even if you look, Mana's team didn't shoot well either. It was 39% from the field, 28% from 3.
But you can't shoot well if Elias is on your
But
team.
it was just literally Mana.
Some basketball. Like the math, it just doesn't balance.
Mana put in a shift, 17 points, 19 rebounds. And then, the rest of the team, they're all a talented group and they all play together. Elias and Amir always play together with Mana. Then you got Hassan and you have Hamza. So, their starting 5 is really solid. You got 5 solid basketball players. I just think this team, it kind of comes down to if Amir and Hassan hit threes or if Amir and Hassan are consistent. If they're consistent with Mana, this team could be very, very good. But at the same time, if you get lackluster shooting, Mana alone is not going to take them, over the hump.
Yeah. Sure, what he asked for.
Okay. What did he go? 3 for 10, 1 for 4.
No, but Amir Hassan is trying to one up him with the 3
No,
for
no.
9, 7 points.
You know, I kept thinking about that after I seen them.
Because
on
he's
JT.
very talented,
They're
actually.
always the ones trash talking each other. Now they're playing together.
But
they both do
It's
equally
because
as
Amir
crap.
was setting, he was setting mad down screens. That's what he told me.
And Elias was saying,
That's
That's what I heard, at least.
bro, Elias, Amir will hit you with the most complex statement. Well, that means nothing.
Well, he didn't even play, in the second half. He was just coaching.
I had him, bro.
He was yo, I just came back on full steam, I gotta get back.
Did he actually just come back?
Yeah, a couple days
The
ago.
That's
man. Still not an excuse. You would have played garbage regardless of that. I know
I
the
gotta get
type
the
of man you
knafa
are.
out the system. You gotta get the knafa out the system.
Nah, but you did well. Excited for next week. Only up from here.
They're gonna be one of those teams where you just hope you don't play them when they're shooting good. That's what you're gonna they're gonna have a couple games where everybody hits shots. Elias, Hamza, Hassan, and Amir, and you're gonna be oh damn, this team's unstoppable. And they're gonna have games where everybody's missing shots, and you're gonna be all right, where's the consistency gonna come from other than Mana? That's what it comes down to. And Yefa, you guys just gotta figure it out, yo. Amir, like Tuesday, lost the
No, 3 for 15. Actually, I'm very
what
impressed.
was it?
I'm actually very impressed.
Blue team.
What did you guys lose? What's the
Ruthie.
league? Yeah, Tuesday you lost Ruthie.
How did he play
And
there,
then
Bolo? Crap too?
Tuesday you
Oh,
lost
wow.
Ruthie, and then the Knicks lost.
He didn't shoot that much.
And
though.
then Wednesday you
I
lost
did
this
that.
game. It's tough, yo. It's tough.
Root.
Dude's having a tough
No,
night.
but the Knicks are back on top, bro.
Inshallah, bro.
Over. Inshallah.
But nah, Amir,
Alabama.
keep doing what you're doing, bro. If you want to lose every game, keep up, bro. Hard work. Beats
Wow,
talent.
greatness.
All right, now we're to the real game.
Game of the week.
You were smiling that
versus
real
Buffalo.
quick.
Please, Hassan, give me analysis.
Well, you're not getting it from me. So please, Tawfiq, do your thing.
So Hassan's team started out really well. Hassan can correct me on the score, but
It was 28-20
for
at
the
the halftime.
first 10 minutes, but the first 5 or 10 minutes, I think they got up to 10-point lead. Was it ever 10? Do you remember?
It was a good amount because I was cooking.
Yeah, he
Remember,
came
it
out
was
and
like
had.
16-10.
Bro, I had like 15.
There was
in the
one point.
first,
It was
bro.
like 20-10, something
Yeah,
like that.
it was
up
close to
there.
that.
Hassan scored like the first maybe. He had like 2-3 layups. He had a 3. Like he came out hot. Nums had a layup. And then everything kind of went downhill. Like from that 20-10 mark, they just stopped hitting shots completely. Like if you look, they shot 17% from 3. Nums was 2 for 12. JoJo was 1 for 7. Hassan was 2 for 9 from 3. So the 3 main guys combined for 5 for 28. So it's gonna be kind of tough to win any game because the way the team was designed was like, all right, Hassan is gonna do his thing, and then when people begin to double and triple, you're gonna get wide open, and then you just have to hit your shots.
Yeah. I remember thinking because Gaza was the underdog going into this, at least from my point of view. Some
On
of my
paper.
friends, yeah. I remember thinking early on they took a quick lead early on, like I don't know, it was like 9-6, 9 something like that, and then they took it right back. Rafah took it right back, and I'm like, okay, this is where they run away with it. Like Mahdi, the Shabab are gonna have a hard time scoring. I was shocked. They came back and they started hitting shots. They played together. They like from week 1, I felt like them and maybe 1 or 2 other teams really looked like their chemistry was high right off the bat.
Yeah, they played.
They're playing together.
One advice to Hassan's team also is like sometimes they tend to play a little bit slower because Hassan's bringing up the ball, and then that gives the defense a chance for like all 4 people to stare at Hassan. So maybe, if you guys grab the rebound, like just push it a little bit faster so you don't give the defense a chance to set up, because then you could actually get to the rim without getting double or triple team.
I mean, beyond that, just move off ball.
So
It doesn't need to be anything
exactly,
complex.
and that too. Like there could be some off-ball screens, like things like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, at the end of the day, like it really just came down to you're not gonna win if you make 18 shots in a game, and you're not gonna win if you make 6 threes when your whole game plan is shooting threes.
Yeah.
But yeah, Captain, you have anything to add, yo?
No, I don't.
I mean, I think there was a trade that was made, and it looks like the trade was won by Gaza.
Bro, Hassan's white boy failed him. What do you want me to tell you?
Yo, Jojo, bro, those 2 layups were horrendous, bro. I'm sorry, bro. He jumped.
Missed 2
he was,
layups?
He was able to dunk one.
No,
he
I
was
saw it.
got
The one that almost
his
fell down. He
excuses.
made that, though.
Yeah, no, he went up so high. The Hado in transition by himself. He missed it.
The one wide?
He goes, I
Oh,
jumped too
clean
high.
ball.
He goes,
Yeah.
I jumped too high.
Oh,
yeah,
another
I
thing.
wish that was an excuse I could make.
Yeah, I'd like mine to take a couple more shots than 2 for 4, but
Mine's done, bro.
That's later.
You ever play a game and you feel like, yo, you lose, all your stats are like,
Meaningless.
wow, so accurate. Like, wow, they got all my turnovers. Well, you play a game, like, you do banging. Wallah, 0 assists, 0 everything. Bro, all my stats always perfect when I lose, bro. Wallah, come on, bro. Who was doing my stats, bro? Was you?
Nope. I was recording,
You know
bro.
who's doing the stats. Khaled S got a triple-double. You know, 100% I was doing the stats.
Listen, Khaled Musbih ended with a triple-double that
This is what I'll say.
we're doubting.
I know for a fact he missed a couple shots because I saw him miss a couple shots. But I'm not going to rain on his parade because he still played really well.
Yeah.
Like, he played amazing. And, just in general, they all played well. I mean, okay, the strength of Ghazat, the more I watched, or at least against Hassan's team, was they played fast. Like, Mahdi's good in transition. Raza pushes the ball. Khaled is very fast. He pushes the ball. Like, a lot of his points, like, he made 2 transition layups.
Yeah.
He made an early layup in the game. He made another one, and then he had like 2 middies, I remember. Just generally, they're a pretty fast team. Even Elias is fast and athletic. He hit a couple shots. And obviously, like, the story of the game was Muhammad Mustafa Raj. 5 for 9, 11 points. Basically went on an 8-0 run by himself.
He had
and
like
sealed
2
the deal.
8-1s back to back.
But I mean, overall, if you literally like list the names, like it's Elias, Khaled, Mehdi, Raj, Monty, Mustafa, Raza, Yamin, like they're a pretty deep team. Like they have,
Yeah, they are.
even Yamin coming off the bench, like he can hit a couple of shots, like he can play basketball, he can pass, like they're gonna be a good team. Like I think they're gonna be top 5.
They played with passion, bro.
I'm interested to see though, like if it gets close, like is Mehdi gonna rely on the 3 ball, because lately, like the last 2 seasons, his 3 like hasn't been that consistent, and today he shot 1 for 9 again. So I'd be interested to see like Mehdi's growth, like if he takes a mid range or something like that. But
You thought.
he hit one against Hossam, the spin move.
Oh,
It was a spin move.
are we gonna talk about?
It was nice. Oh shit.
Are we gonna talk about?
Oh, I never sent you the video. I sent it to him. Yeah, let me show you.
Yeah, ankles okay, bro? Are they okay?
You know what it is? What's funny is I hear you on the video saying I didn't even see it. So like this
No,
lion ass
no,
hypocrite,
no,
nigga. He goes.
no,
This way
no,
says. This way says
no,
in the video.
no.
He goes. I looked down. I didn't even see it.
Okay, but then it's
That's
a
what he
video.
said.
It's a video. I go back and I look.
You couldn't look in the moment.
I went back later and I looked.
Okay, so
Like,
don't
yeah,
lie.
I
So
saw
don't,
it.
so don't try to
I
act.
saw it.
So did I slip before he did the move? Yes or no?
That's
Thank
beyond
you
the
very
point.
much. No,
He
I
made a
beyond
move.
the point.
He
Nigga.
made a move.
Nigga,
He made
I
a move.
jumped the
Next thing
screen.
you know,
I jumped the
you're sitting
screen.
on your butt, bro.
Oh my god.
Hold
I jumped the screen. Wallahi, I fall into a puddle. I fall into a puddle. Yes.
A puddle.
Yes. But not actually a puddle. But you get what I'm saying. Dog, I don't know what you want me to do. Like, nigga, court is slippery, bro.
I'll defend you the same way. It's too late now. But I'll defend you the same way you defended me on that
it's
Khaled
okay.
Musbah crossover from like 2 seasons ago.
I don't even remember that.
Remember when he went to the chat and sent the video and you were like, the hell is this? Fish?
Well, I don't remember.
Alright, whatever.
But
Dog.
No, a few people. Khaled Musbah actually got Mu'ad later in the
could
game.
Khaled get
It's just
he-
slippery.
could Khaled get player of the week for 10 and 12?
Yeah. Triple double, bro. Triple double is not easy.
Yeah, I know, but I'm trying to. Did we see any good stat lines? No, I don't really remember. Any.
Not
I
nothing
mean, Mehdi's
crazy.
stat line
Yeah,
is pretty good, 21, 7, and 4.
I guess. Baysan versus Sheikh
Baysan
Jafar.
versus Sheikh
Salman
Jafar.
Elias
So
versus
Salman
AbdulKareem.
Elias versus Mahruz and AbdulKareem's team.
Yo,
Alright.
Baysan's team is deep. This might be the deepest team in the league. They
Yeah.
don't have any real offensive liabilities.
I agree.
At least that's
I'm
what
just
I'm
gonna
like.
tackle Sheikh Jafar first, because I'm not gonna lie, I was mad disappointed that they lost this game, because they were my dark horse. The way I saw them built, they were built nicely, and like to me, their top 4 is probably like the most talented top 4 on paper in the league. The Mahruz,
Yeah.
Amr Hussein, Mo
Yeah, see,
Masri,
Amr Hussein.
Nadir.
Wow, Amr Hussein balled out, yo.
No, Amr Hussein was the only one that actually decided to play.
Kind of choked on the
Mahruz, look, burn those Atlanta Hawks pants. Don't ever wear them again, because they made you think you're Kyle Korver. I don't know why you took 10 threes.
10 threes is crazy.
4 for 12. I know you took a couple at the end, so like it makes it look a little bit worse than usual. But like
He only took
dog,
2
like,
non-threes.
the whole point of like, okay, I have Mahruz is like I have shooters, and now I'm gonna put pressure on the rim, because 90% of the time you're the most athletic guy on the floor. But yeah, that's not gonna work. Yeah, I just think they went about it the wrong way. Like what I was watching, there was like times where Mahruz would be at the elbow, and I was like, all right, I'm expecting like 4 shooters around them. There's gonna be spacing, and instead I would see like 2 guys like right in the paint. That like defeats the purpose of the shooters. So, like if Mahruz, and I get it, there was like a lot of times where he tried to screen for Mo Masri to get Mo Masri open.
Can't be.
I don't think Mo Masri taking 15 threes is a winning formula either.
To be fair, a lot of them were open.
But
He didn't shoot terrible.
to me, like if Mahruz really wants to get the shooters
Just
open,
threes then.
he has to put pressure on the rim. Like he has to play like how he was as a rookie. Like when he was just going to the basket, going to the basket, going to the basket, and then there'd be 2 people come, and then he'd be able to kick.
It's difficult if they're leaving you wide open.
And then Nadir. If you're gonna take 2 shots, just bring Amos Ahmed instead of you.
3.
Like just don't come, because you and AK had the same amount of shots.
I don't know why he keeps doing this. Him and AK are not annoying.
Like I think Nadir's maybe the most important guy on the team. Like, cause you could just tell him like, yo, Nadir, just drive and kick the whole game. Like he'll have unlimited energy. He'll just run up and
you
down
have
the
2
floor.
guys that could do that. Could put extreme pressure on them.
That's what I'm saying. And then you'll get Amr Hussein wide open looks, and he played
almost,
great. Like he played amazing yesterday. No wasted movement. Nothing. Like he literally was in the flow of the offense, 20 points, and Mo Masri will get wide open, and AbdulKareem can hit shots. Like they can all hit shots. So, yeah, I expect them to be a little bit better.
Yeah, you know, now that you mention it and you broke it down like that, I agree. I'm disappointed in them too, man.
But on the good side, Baysan added another amazing game. 7 for 12, 18 points, 11 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals. He basically just like picked up where he left off last season.
Yeah.
He's been good he's been very good for honestly last season.
He keeps
and
doing
this
this.
game.
It's up to his teammates at that point.
Adib Yusuf 6 for 18, 15 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists.
Just make sure they're smart shots, yeah, dude.
I don't know. He's tough, bro.
No, I saw the buckets
so
he was
tough.
getting in the first half. They were
He's
tough.
So He's so tough, bro. Nah, dog. Left hand, right hand jumper. Like
Really?
the problem is he's just a little retarded. I'm sorry. That's the only problem. But
That's why I said just make sure
No,
they're
no,
smart
the
shots.
buckets-
so
Literally
skilled.
all I said.
Like, wallahi, he's so like he might be the most skilled player. In
The
league.
buckets he was
in terms
making
of like,
tough.
wallah, he's three
Yeah.
level mid range, left hand, right hand, contested,
Big
deep
He's
three.
jumping, dropping it in the rim.
Nah,
very
he's
tough.
probably he's really good.
Well,
It's just
I
a
think-
little mentally.
What I think it is that they're letting him bring up the ball, and then like Adib is a scorer, so he's not gonna like. I know he can look to pass, but like when you bring up the ball, it's way harder to score because everybody's looking at you.
Yeah.
So to me, like they got enough talented guys where it's like you guys can share the ball around, and Adib doesn't have to bring up the ball every play. Like this, Zishan Afzal could bring up the ball. Modayan
Mahdi.
can bring up the ball.
Mahdi could bring it up.
Adib can bring up the
I
ball.
feel like
Like,
Noor could bring it up.
they could all
Just
bring
do
up the
a-
ball, and then you could like set a play for Adib where it's not like I have to tween, step back from the logo, or I have to drive in on 3 to 4 guys. I saw there was a couple of layups that he smoked. Like it really could have been like 8 for 18, 9 for 18. But in general, the team, like I'm saying, is deep enough to where Adib doesn't even have to take 18 shots.
Yeah.
Like Modayan
Yeah.
can take 10 shots.
Yep.
Like Salman can hit a couple shots. He doesn't have to take 2. Amr Khattak is not bad either. He averaged like 10 points last year.
Yeah.
Like they're a good enough team to where like, they're team basketball players, so they could just all rely on each other. So it was a good win though. At the end of the day, they beat Baysan, and like their best
Beat
player,
Shit
quote
Rock,
unquote, didn't play
yeah.
particularly well. But like I did keep doing their thing, and yeah, Zishan had a nice showing, and Modayan played really well, 4 for 6, 10 points.
Yeah, his team is gonna open some eyes moving
I think
forward.
they're good. Yeah.
All right, and then the last game of the week 1 was Khan Yunis versus Haifa. Khaled Sahwed's team versus Zubair Preparati's team.
This was probably game of the week. 'Cause
Yeah,
they
it
were
has
just
to
going
be.
back and
No
forth the
doubt.
whole
I didn't even
time.
watch this, bro.
This game was actually Khan Yunis took a lead. Look, see, 46-38 at halftime. They had a lead, and then Haifa, in like the last 10 minutes, last 8 minutes, roaring comeback. And subhanallah, that's my phone died.
But I think
You
it
missed-
flipped. I think Haifa was up 10 like in the first couple minutes.
I don't remember.
No, I remember I look and Khan Yunis was up like 15, 20,
And then-
close to something.
Haifa was fighting early on.
Like
really early
I
on.
think
they
Haifa
were
was
up.
winning at the start.
They were.
and then
Capone hit some
because-
threes. Yeah. I remember
Big
this.
Moose started off kind of slow, and then after that
Yeah.
he hit a couple shots after, and then that's when like the lead started opening up, and then Muayyad had a stretch. Muayyad had a stretch in the first half where he hit like two threes and a layup, and he was cooking. Like I thought Muayyad had more than 17. I thought he had like 20 or 25. That's how good he was playing.
Yeah. I mean, 7 of 11.
No,
3 of
he
4.
played great,
Insane.
but I'm saying
Bro,
like,
I've been
that's
said
how
this.
much the impact.
I've been
of
said
I'm
this.
him.
looking at this,
If
bro.
Muayyad shoots threes without hesitating, once he has the open shot, he's the one
This
to worry
box
about.
score. There's
What?
3 for 3 from 3, 3 for 4 from 3, 1 for 2 from 3, 1 for 1 from 3, 5 for 10 from 3. They shot 54% from 3 as a team.
Yeah.
That's not realistic. I'll be honest. And you won by.
One.
Yeah, bro.
Look
yeah,
at
we'll
this, bro.
see.
Look at
I don't
Capone.
know.
Oh, I told
What? Look, I'm good. This is the greatest white boy
I
I've
told
watched.
Ennis and
Oh,
Joey.
hey.
I told Ennis and Joey.
No,
if
I'm
you
saying as
play-
a team, like Mohamed Assad went 3 for 3.
Yeah.
Man,
3 for 4.
uh,
These guys aren't shooters.
At the end of the game.
No, I don't.
At-
Okay, I don't remember seeing Muhammad Asaf miss, but
No,
he hit
at
all
the end
three
of the
clutch.
game. At the
No,
end of the
that's what I'm
game,
saying. I
Oh,
just said
okay,
that.
okay.
I just said
I
that.
misunderstood what you're saying.
I'm just saying that
Yeah.
you can't. It's not reliable. Like,
Oh,
I
okay.
get
I
it. Like
misunderstood,
he
I
can.
misunderstood.
But these guys went almost like look,
Mohamed
that's
Assad,
retarded.
11 points, 12 rebounds,
Yeah,
8
8
assists. I still know.
But that's what I thought you were saying. I thought you were
No,
saying
that's.
exactly
I'm not
that.
gonna knock the kid, but
Okay,
let him have his
okay,
stats.
yeah,
It's
but-
fine. I'm saying
I thought you
You
were saying
guys
this is
are
not
too- they're
realistic.
too high from
I thought you were
three,
saying this is not
from
realistic. The
three.
stat keepers blessed the crap out of it.
well, you can't
That's
shoot
what I thought you were
54%
saying.
from 3.
To be
You guys
fair
are
to
not
them,
Steph
though,
Curry.
how many times Enes Zubi and Joey Capone gonna have 27 and 24? Like those are both like they could score, but I don't know if they're gonna score to that level every game.
So,
If
yeah.
Anazubi shooting 20 shots, I think he can.
Yeah, but I mean overall,
really-
before we get to Haifa,
It looks like supporting cast.
Khan Yunis got like Khan Yunis has players, bro. Like Moose, and they have Jimmy comes off the bench, so
How's
Khaled,
Jimmy off the bench?
because Yahya starts.
And then who's the?
It's Yahya, Mu'ayyad, Khaled, Moose.
One more. He starts, bro.
Has he started over at Jimmy?
No way.
So
way.
Mana told
No.
I think Mana told me he came off the bench, but I could be wrong.
No, he's definitely.
Then their starting five is like that's a very solid.
It is a
starting
very
five.
solid
They got
starting
five like legit.
Yeah,
basketball
they're good.
players.
Yeah.
And like Jimmy and Yahya could both play defense. Moose, Khaled can play D. I think the team relies on Muayyad like heavy. Like I'm interested to see like when he gets those like elite guard matchups when he plays like Hassan and Ahmad and all of them. I'd be interested to see if it's still like 15, 20 points. Because if he is, this team is like one of the best teams in the league easily. Because you expect Musa to do his thing. Khaled is gonna do what he has to do. But I think the most important player on the team is Muayyad. And today and this game he played well, which ended up in a win.
He killed it.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
Muayyad was
crazy.
hooping. He was hooping.
Yeah.
On the Haifa side, and this team is good too. Like you got probably the best backcourt in the league, or whatever. One of them.
I'm not mad at that. I love Joey, man. I'm happy he's back.
And
but
it
he's
looks
so
like he's
nasty,
healthy.
dog.
Yeah.
He's
He
so
was-
nasty.
yeah,
I'm actually
finally
tight. I
healthy.
didn't watch low key because I didn't know he was going
killing.
retarded.
5 for 6 from 3, and he had this one mid range. He
He
just
gets
held the
me tight.
follow through and just stared someone down. I forget who was talking.
Bro,
trash.
I
he's so
love
tall.
Joey,
He's
man.
killing. He's so nasty.
But-
He's so nasty.
Like Hassan said though, like I believe that they can both get like 20 each if they're getting the ball this much and they're shooting this much. I just think like this was a very good game. Both over 50%, 5 for 6 from 3. Like if they were to digress a little bit, like who's gonna pick up the slack? But their starting five is Enes, Joey, Idris, Khaled Saleh, and I guess Nabil Alan or Zubair, one of them. So it's a solid
bro.
starting five.
They are
too.
very solid. You need to rely on your you just hope the supporting cast does a little more.
Yeah, I think
what
you have
opportunities they're given.
You have enough ball handling and creation from Enes and Joey to where like you can probably get them open shots. Like Idris can shoot a little, Zubair can shoot, and Nabil can shoot. So like, and Khaled Saleh is on their team. Yeah, but he was terrible. 0 for 2, 0 points. Like,
the
you
only
expect
worry
him to
I
have
have-
8, 10 points.
The only worry I
I
really
think defensively.
yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
that's the only real worry I have. They're not that strong defensively, based just on personnel wise. On paper.
Defensively, you'd hope that like Khaled Saleh helps off whoever is like the worst player on the court, and he just uses his size at the rim if they get beat past. But I think Haifa's going to be really solid if Joey and Enes are playing like the way they're playing.
They're going to be a
might
team to watch.
Yeah, they might be the most fun team in
Yeah,
the league too.
yeah.
Easily, it's like Bradley Beal and John Wall or something.
Haifa just about to go through and put them game of the week every time.
Joey's so nasty, bro.
Joey's
He is,
nice.
Bro, when he came out, I was talking to him before the game. I'm like, is playoff Joe back? Is playoff Joe here? Like, cuz, are we back to normal? And then he comes out, does this. I'm like, oh, he's here.
I'm so
man.
happy he's healthy.
Alhamdulillah.
I know that ankle.
I hope he
bothered
keeps
him
going,
for
bro.
a couple years.
One of my favorite people to watch.
Nah, he's tough.
I gotta play with him
He's
eventually,
tough.
man.
All right, prediction.
That's my
Yes.
favorite, like low key build. White boy that can shoot.
I know.
That's I'm biggest fan right there.
You sold your soul for one.
Except, yeah.
So mine is ass this week. But they're cousins, right? Do you know?
You should just
You
send.
know they're cousins. Well, that's them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should send Jojo back. Get Niedermeyer.
That's real pure shot chucker right there. That's you gave me the ball. It's going
Wait,
on.
what do you mean, bro? It's the same guy. Just got different haircut.
So for week 2, we're gonna predict week 2. But
Yeah,
first
your
things
game
first, we
first.
predict my game, then we predict the other game that's not because it's not. on
The other
schedule.
game is Salman and Suf, right?
Yeah.
All right, so the first game is gonna be Shafi Aitane
Right there.
versus Amr Abbasi.
Here's Shafiq's
Are you
team.
playing?
Most likely.
So Shafiq right now, like if we're talking about in the past 2 weeks, is 3-0 against Amr. He beat him CJML twice. And then like I expect to win here, so that's 3-0.
You're not serious. You're not. I have Lagarp. I have Legiem on my team.
Yeah, but
It has to
that's the
cancel.
only reason
It has
though.
to cancel.
I genuinely believe
it. It
he's
has to
taking
cancel.
off.
Legit could have a great stinker though, straight 1
No
for 9.
problem.
We're not
No
winning because
problem.
Ahmed's good on
That's
defense,
it.
on
Thank
offense.
you. Thank
Magarp agreed that almost gonna guard Shaft. He said he
yeah.
won't get involved.
Okay.
I know.
Okay. In the
My
game,
body,
the 2
my
games that I
body,
lost.
my body,
The 2
my
games that I
body,
lost.
my body,
Sorry.
my
The
body.
2 games that I lost against Shaft, I guarded the entire game. Not 1 point. He's gone.
Okay, but that's
I'm
bad.
looking
That's
that
bad
up.
argument.
But
No,
hold
no.
on. Who ended up
Who
winning?
No.
won?
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
But
I
it had
care,
nothing to do with
like,
it.
I-
It wasn't
I
his.
didn't
It
score
wasn't
big,
because
I
of him.
lost, like, Nick
No,
Khan.
it wasn't because of
And then
him.
if we're
Stop,
gonna-
don't make-
No,
so you're
because the
bring up-
argument you guys are using is, I'm guarding
If
Shaft.
we're gonna bring up 1-on-1 record,
The series is tied right now.
No, don't lie.
Right now?
Can now?
It's 2-2.
Can I now?
It's 2-2. The last series, the most recent series, is tied 2-2.
Okay, but like in all seriousness, we have high hopes for Amar's team because we really like their starting five. It's Amar, Ahmed, Marwan Tamimi, Islam, and Hassan Farhat. So I think their defense is going to be elite. Like they got four guys, maybe even five. I haven't seen Marwan play in a while. That can switch everything almost. Like you got Ahmed, Omar, two elite defenders. Islam is an elite defender. Hassan's an elite defender. So their defense is going to keep them in all games. Their only question is their offense. Right, Hassan?
Yeah.
Who on this team could guard us?
Wallahi.
That's what I'm trying to look at, bro.
So wallahi, like you start talking, dog. I itch my eye. I look down. I was lost. Sorry.
Bro,
Sorry.
who's guarding us right here? Shafiq?
No, okay.
I'll
Let me just go
destroy
through
him.
your team and then we'll talk about Shafiq. And then, they got Hamza Tasdir off the bench, 6 minutes of the
Whatever,
year.
thank you.
And then who's Yizan best shooter in the league? Probably the reason Hassan needs to trade for him. And then who's 8th man?
Judge over Izan. You do it?
Who's your 8th?
Muhammad. Oh my god. Best rim protector in the league.
Two
Coming in off
PPOY.
the bench.
You got Legiem and Hamad Dolani.
I'm so happy I'm on this team.
Wow,
I love this team. I love this team.
But yeah, like I said, the only thing that I want to see is I want to see how their offense works. Because, like, I don't want Ahmad to bring up the ball because if he brings up the ball, I feel like he loses, like,
Inshallah.
some of his threat.
I don't want to.
Can Ahmed finally be consistent? Like,
I don't think we need him to.
whatever.
Even though we hope he will.
Can he get like 40%? Can he score like 10 to 11 points a game? Hassan Farhat, he has like some games very, very hot and he goes 7 threes and he has some games where he's like 1 3.
Who, Ahmed?
Hassan Farhat.
Hassan.
And then, and Marwan Tamimi, obviously he scored double digits before in MB, but that was a couple years ago. So I'm interested to see if he's going to do it again.
The return.
And,
Yeah. And then, bro, like nothing on this team scares me, bro. Like we're gonna obliterate them.
What's Shafiq's team? You can go over
Shafiq, it's
team.
Shafiq, Ali Sufian, Omar Marachli, Imam Sayyid Mahmoud. That's a tall
Yeah,
dude.
he didn't come to those.
Yeah.
Who's Anthony?
Anthony Mbaye. He's Amir Charkis' boy.
Sharks' boy.
Anthony.
He's nanny.
My body.
And then Same. I mean, they have and Bilal Amrani. I mean, they have a decently deep team.
I
It's
swear I
just-
know 2 people.
They ran into the wrong team.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. And that was a coincidence.
Yeah, I mean, I'm interested to see like what Shaf can do. Like, we kind of always say like, yo, I want to see Shafiq ball hog. So like, I don't want to say this is his chance to ball hog, but like this is his chance to be like the one on the team. I assume he has to take like 10 to 15 shots a game. Wait, where's Sal in this? Sal's not on the roster, but Sal Rahin is there.
Shafiq is a horrible captain, bro.
Yeah, Sal Rahin is there, and Sal
Why?
Rahin is a huge.
Because I
difference.
said make sure the rosters are right, guys. He didn't tell me anything.
Wait, who
He
inputted
actually
them?
might have.
He sent that.
He
message.
definitely did.
I remember
He definitely did.
because you then hit him
Idiot,
with.
bro. He just gets me tired, bro. Like, and he has no excuse. Just
You
pure
know why
laziness.
I
he
remember?
does.
In the captain's chat, it
I
goes,
just missed it.
Shafiq goes, yo, I'm missing Sal. And then Elias was like, oh my God, yo, my roster is missing Ty Jackson. And then you stopped taking
See,
it seriously. And then you were like, just
there
send
we
it to
go.
the commissioner.
There you
It's
go.
not work.
He didn't send it to the commissioner. He might have. He actually might have.
But, Shafiq's team is Shaf, Ali Sufian, Sal Rahin, Amr Marachli, and Imam, I'm assuming he's going to start, or Samir. So he has like some talent. Ali Sufian, I want him to be a little bit more consistent. I expect him to be a little bit more consistent. Sal can shoot it. Amr Marachli's shot has been off, but I know he can shoot the ball and he's a pretty good defender. And then Imam is huge, bro. Like when you guys see him in person,
Yeah, I know.
he's a
He
tank,
got
so-
big hick,
Yeah,
right?
so I mean, as long as he runs up and down the floor and blocks and
Last
gets
I've seen of
rebounds, he'll
him, he
be
was
fine.
still pretty lanky, but if he got big like
But
that.
yeah, I'm interested to see. I really don't know how they're gonna do. Like I don't know. I can't really guess. From now, but yeah. That's
All
it.
right, so obviously you got my team winning. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, this is those predictions. Yeah, I probably got almost 2 winning too. 'Cause I'm
Oh,
not bad.
baby.
Okay. And then the second game is Salman versus Suf.
Yeah, Salman's team versus
I know
Suf.
Jake is not coming to this game.
Which team do you know what?
Said Matt, what?
Salman's team versus Suf's team. It's not on here.
Oh, and I'm staring. I'm like, I don't see Salman.
Yeah.
Versus Sufian.
Yeah. Which team do you know less? I'll open the roster.
No, I'm
he knows
picking
them.
Salman's team.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know Zane's gonna be back. Suf told me, but they're missing Jake.
Oh, that game.
But they have Sal, who I feel like could do a pretty
You
good
said
job
Zane is
on
coming
you.
back?
That's what Suf told me.
So no Jake, but Zane is there.
Yeah, but I'm interested to see, like, I think Sufian's team got a little bit more talent, and I feel like they just won, so their confidence is up. So and I feel like Adib's only gonna get better as the season goes.
Yeah.
I want to see Adib score on Zane if Zane doesn't help. Like, that would be
Zane's
nice.
coming back. Zane's coming back off of vacation. God
But,
knows
yeah,
how long he has.
I feel like they probably have the edge by a little bit.
Yeah, I got Salman's team as well.
First game is Sheikh Jarrah versus Ariha, so Mahruz's team versus Fursan Abbasi's team.
Mahruz's team versus Fursan Abbasi's team.
I know Fursan's team better, so I'm gonna open up.
Honestly, on paper, I still think Mahruz's team should win.
I think so too.
Because,
Thing is, they won't have their way driving with all the bigs down there.
like,
They might be a little.
the
reliant
one
on
hiccup
three.
that you could say against Ariha is, like, two of their core players are, like, relatively old. So, like, if you push the pace, which they should,
I
like,
get, yeah, that makes
everybody on their team, whether it's Omar Hussein, Mahruz, and Nadir, can all get the rebound and just push. So if you push, you get transition threes, you get easy baskets, and that's what I think is the formula to win. For Ariha, I think it's the opposite. They don't really have a big,
Half
because
court, half court offense.
Ahmad doesn't really play that much. Ahmad only plays like 15, 20 minutes. So if Big O and Nick and all them like impose their will down low, they could also win. But I'll probably take Mahruz's team.
I could see Mahruz's team like using the athleticism plus their size, like Mahruz being big and his athleticism together to like take advantage of Big O, whoever else is down there. But I think Ariha will come with a game plan defensively and be smart about it and force them to take tough threes. And I'm gonna take Ariha.
I already picked Mahruz's team.
Okay.
Oh, you got okay.
Nazareth, no, this is wrong. Who's playing Khan Yunus? Yeah, you know. We'll go
No,
to
that's
that
right.
later.
That's right.
Oh, Shaf.
Yeah, yeah.
Shaf is playing.
Yeah,
Yeah, Shaf's playing
yeah.
Wednesday. Shaf versus Musa. Ouch. That's a tough game back to back, yo.
Oh, it's two shots. Oh, it's two shots.
Nah, I got my boy Shaf.
I'm trying to think of them.
Niggas don't have-
He's so
I think
serious.
Shaf could like.
He's so serious.
I think Shaf could have a good game here, but.
He doesn't. If he was aggressive enough, bro, he's not aggressive. He has to. He takes like 10 minutes
I
to
just
ramp
think,
up and then 10 minutes to cool
I
off.
just think Musa's
Yeah.
team as a complete unit is just a little bit more talented than Shafiq's team for
Yeah.
now. So I'm gonna take them.
And if Shafiq's team was
And Shafiq's
imposing
team-
defensively, I would maybe think about it.
And
but,
Shafiq's team is already gonna be playing Monday.
Yeah.
So it might be some tired legs there.
you know, Shaf's gonna come with that excuse, no doubt.
Shaf is old, yo.
Yeah, no, he's in his Almada year. Come on, bro.
Shaf,
This is the greatest year of all time for him.
Shaf back-to-back days. Shaf is playing Saturday 2 games. Sunday he might play. Then Monday, Wednesday. That's a lot of games, yo. I don't know if Shaf can handle that. But
Khan Yunus sweeps.
yeah, I think Musa's team will probably get through.
Same, right?
No,
Oh,
I
you said
said
Shaf. Get out of here. Crazy.
Janine versus Gaza. Kareem Azarka's team versus Jihad Mustafa and Mahdi's team.
It's
It's
gonna
so
be
hard.
shootout, bro.
It's so hard because Janine, we haven't seen them full power, and Gaza played so well.
Who's on this team again?
Janine is Ali Hassan.
and then Gaza's Mahdi.
Yeah.
No, I know that.
Amir Koyas, Anas Najib.
Well, his team is pretty deep,
Malik
bro. I'll be
Hassan.
honest.
No,
They're
are.
five
They're
is
good.
deep.
Like I keep looking, they're not ass, bro.
No, they're not.
No, they're good.
They're not. Like
Yeah.
all of
They're-
them
they're
are
good.
not. Like
They're
they don't
good.
look. They don't.
But it's so hard
Their
because
top
we didn't see
three
Ali
is-
Hassan
Their
or
top 3 is really
Yazid.
Koya's dropping in the 3rd round is like let's elite pick up
Yeah,
those 3, but I haven't seen Ali Hassan yet.
Yeah. I'll take Ali Hassan's team if he's there. Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna just take Mahdi just because they won. The confidence is up.
I
so
mean,
they'll ride.
Gaza played great basketball.
And
I
I'm
can't take
curious.
that away from
I'm
them.
curious to see who's gonna guard Mahdi on their team.
So it's hard for me to guess against them or predict against them because especially since I haven't seen Janine yet. All right, Haifa versus Del Balah. So Elias A versus Zubair Preparity. Ooh, Haifa. Do they have a big?
I
Haifa?
have Khaled Saleh, but Khaled Saleh is gonna have a tough time with Mana, yo. Mana's gonna have his way, but like Haifa could also score, so it's not like gonna be like last game where Mana's 20 and 20 is enough to beat the other team. This is a good game. This might be game of the week.
This is I probably put this game of the week.
I'm gonna go with Zubair's team.
Alright, I'll take Mana and Amir Hassan 15 points.
What makes me want to lean towards Del Balah is they have like some solid defenders. They have some of it. No, I'm just looking at it again. I'm going Haifa. I'm going with my
I'll
boys.
take Mana.
Hell yeah.
This will be like
Oh, we play you guys this week?
This one was completely coincidental.
Oh.
Oh god.
Wow.
And we're not gonna have Mohamed either.
GM versus Hassan 40.
He's retiring.
Yeah.
Greatness.
And we
At
can't
the
sub him,
old
bro.
age of 16,
And
17.
we can't sub him either, bro.
Bit of Sabah versus Rafa.
The GM 40 minutes against Hassan.
Hassan's gonna get the screen. I'm gonna come over and force him left.
But you know the first man, it doesn't matter to me, bro.
Yeah, but
He
this
doesn't
is not a
exist.
regular man.
It doesn't
He's a
exist.
movable object.
He's never guarded me 40
Unstoppable
minutes.
force.
I
See
get,
him.
nah, he can't guard me. Impossible.
Alright, I'm gonna just make a pact right now that LeGM only guards Hassan. You don't get involved yet. 40
I
minutes.
would love to, honestly. But
40 minutes, brother on brother.
Khalas. I'll go. I'll go make sure JoJo has a similar performance as week 1.
I'll give me 2 air balls. Then I can
What is
one.
it? How's gonna guard Nums? And then what's okay?
Are we playing on court 3 or what are we playing?
Court 1.
Yeah, it's
There's
gonna be
no
tough.
court 3 this week.
Yeah.
This is gonna be tough for Hassan. It's gonna be tough for Hassan.
Bro, Moose about to play 40.
It's gonna be a lot of deep. No, I'm just looking at it from your perspective. Like, it's gonna be a lot of work. But
2-0, baby. Get it.
I'll take Mustafa. Okay.
Yeah. I know you don't mean
Moose
that.
playing 40.
I know you don't mean that.
Moose is setting a screen out there.
Ahmed, or let me say it.
Can we get
say
wager, yo? LeGM holds Hassan to
his
under
hate
how
for
many
me
points?
is outweighing his love for you, bro. It's obvious. Next. Yeah.
Can we say if Hassan scores more than 20 points on LeGM, it's a win for Rafa?
I'll put it in the books. No problem.
Alright, what's the last game?
Yeah, versus Sulfur.
Yeah,
That's a
just
weird
don't
target.
come, guys, both of you. I'm gonna be completely honest. Because
I know, bro. Someone
okay,
won.
because look, 9:30, right? Amir Charker's probably not coming because that's past his bedtime.
Nah.
It's actually better, I think.
Nah, he won. Yeah,
No,
he gets more
Amir-
time to.
Amir,
Off work.
Amir's asleep by 10 p.m. So, 9:30. I mean, the only good thing about this is I might get to watch Shaz and Amir Charker's ISO for 40. I think Mazam is gonna have a tough time.
Why?
No, I'm sorry, he's not.
I mean, Gub
Yeah,
is
no,
there.
low key, Suffolk should win this game
Yeah. Oh.
because they don't have a big. Like their big is Gub. So, Mazam is probably gonna impose his will, and they have Ra'id, who also probably will impose his will.
What I don't like is we're losing faith in Amir Charkis. We're losing.
Not much faith to be had after this one.
See, that's what I'm saying.
No, I just think the team
I'm saying
itself.
it's ass.
I think it's
Yeah,
just
I
a
know.
bad matchup for them, honestly, because they got the 2 biggest teams in the league back to back, and they're just small.
I think it's.
Like, bro,
I
who's
think the
gonna guard
matchups are
Ra'id?
similar.
Who's
You're right.
stopping Ra'id on
You're
the boards?
you're right.
Yo?
You're right.
Gub?
You're
Who's
right.
guarding Ra'id on the
mean,
boards.
Mohamed Zabi is not like strong enough.
Yeah.
I
I'll
mean, you
probably
could say
take-
deep and
No, I'm gonna
Agui's
take
there.
Amir Charkis.
I'll take Shaz's team.
I'm gonna take Yafa. I think they're gonna play smarter basketball.
I mean, I assume that they're just gonna like double or triple.
it could be that way. I like that, but I just
I
think
think Suffolk will win.
I think Yafa's just gonna be smarter, and that's why they win. So we got 2 Yafa and 1 Suffolk.
Very quickly, I'm gonna run through the stats. So leading scorer in the league is Enes Zubi with 27. Second is Joe Capone with 24. Rebounds,
Both on the
number
same
1.
team.
Yeah, rebounds, Mana reclaims. He's got 19. Big Moose got 15. Num's got 14. Assists, Khaled Musbih had 10. Ahmed Splash had 9, and then Jimmy had 8.
Dog, you know what it is? You know,
that's a
you know,
beautiful
I'm all for it. Like, wallahi, I'm all for it. Just make it like, yo.
Just make it discreet.
No, like,
Call it
okay, like,
discreet.
he had 4. We'll give him 6.
6.
Dog, like, come on, like, bro, dude, come on, man. Be realistic now. Be realistic.
Okay,
Don't worry.
Sejan
I'll take care
leads
of
the
it.
league in steals.
I'm
taking
taking
it.
care of
I'm taking
nothing.
Sejan leads the league in steals. I did a second.
They messed up my steals, too. I had 2 in the
Wow.
first 2 minutes.
How bad that one in blocks.
That's telling.
Just wait till Monday. Hamad is taking that.
You got Hamad Abdulkareem and Hamza Tartir.
This is
Wow.
over, bro. It's over.
Free throws. Adil is leading the league in free throws, and then Mo Mustard leads the league with 3-pointers made at 6. And that's the.
That's the podcast. Assalamu alaikum.